Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Karminia Chaos. What? Now, episode 7? I really hope it's 7. I don't remember.
It's 7.
Episode. It is 7? Okay,
7.
Good, it's 7.
Unless it's 7.
Time travel?
Maybe.
Welcome back to the Reliquary Tower's premier Dungeons and Dragons show, where we sit around in a basement owned by one of these people. Which one? And we do nerd things. Today is a little different. We've done this kind of different before when this person joined us. Did that actually hurt? No. Okay. But sometimes you have to say hello to new people. This is Dan. Dan, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
See, he took it. He ran with it. Perfect. Last time, some tense things happened.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you shouldn't. It's very shameful.
How could
Your patron assaulted several people in the roof
I
of a
didn't
three-story
want
building.
him to.
Last time, a lot of tense things happened. Felix is right. He should be ashamed. After having a conversation, revealing some fun things with our party's cleric and wizard, Clizard, if you will, Ariena. Some things were said that he did not quite appreciate. So he stepped in and made a rather theatrical appearance in the nude as he normally does.
He does.
But he's also an amorphous construct, so being in the nude means you literally are just looking at like a Ken doll. He came out with pale skin, golden streaks absolutely covering and carved throughout his entire body. He made a small display of force. Not only was the party unable to hurt him, but seemingly unable to stop him at all, until some slight conversation caused him to just blink out after he got a little too frightened of Ariena's newfound magic sword. After that, they made their way through the town of Isletail's quarantine section, housing a pretty bad zombie outbreak. Not great. The party being hunted down by various creatures of congealed animal flesh known as stitch beasts that act as necromantic watchdogs and hunters.
I think MILF was accurate.
What?
I think MILF was accurate.
Yeah, they got pretty big mouths. They find their way to the home of one of the party members' old friends, Vengeance's friend Keithree, who, shockingly, for the events of Vengeance's life, is still alive. My backstory. Who would have thought the rogue didn't have another dead character in their backstory? Who would have thought? I didn't. This gnomish woman, Keithree, or sorry, was it halfling? Halfling woman, Keithree, had been giving refuge to several people in the town of Isletail as they were hiding from the zombies that now batter down every single door of the town. The party took their time. With the help of Eveline Celestin, they gave cures to everybody in the building except for one. Only one of the cures did not work, and that person, very upset, walked out into the street to whatever demise he would fall, because he knew that staying in the group of safe and uninfected people would be far more dangerous. You guys are now sitting there in that house, low on resources, hit points, without a
You sure? I'm pretty sure we did because I
No,
remember
there was
there was a rest.
I was outside.
Because we came back to our base, we rested.
He got a rest.
You got arrested.
Oh, I got
they
arrested.
didn't.
Oh, right, Elf.
He never lost hit points. I never lost hit points. He never lost hit points.
Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm just wrong. I thought you guys were like bummed out because Eveline is entirely crapped out. She did not get to rest.
Saving grace.
I get some spell slots back.
While
That's it.
while they're in the house, I remember me and someone else was outside. The two of us
Wasn't
were
he outside as well? Or did we force him inside?
Yeah, he just kind of passed out of the basement. He came out and he found his way to the house after you guys.
Hello, I'm back. He said hello. He said that.
Exactly. But before any of that takes place, I need our new character Tallow to make a survival check.
You
That's a wisdom one, right?
Welcome to the
Yeah,
adventure.
alright.
Welcome to the adventure. I don't play fair.
Constant. Like 50 cost.
11.
11. 11 is average, considering everybody that you came here with is dead. Unfortunate. How much is your total hit points?
29.
29.
You get an average amount of zombie bites. Things happen.
You're going to take 4 damage.
Okay.
And you're going to lose. You currently have 2 third level spell slots, 2 second level, and 4.
3 second level.
3 second level?
Yeah.
You're going to lose a second level spell slot and a first level spell slot.
Not like maximum, right?
No, not maximum. This is just
As if they were
So-
you have been in this
you
area.
become a
Right now.
warlock.
Sorry, what's the level again?
1 first level and 1 second.
Okay, that's not bad.
This is Tallow. A couple days ago, coming to this town, being a person of good stature, I think is the best way to put it. Somebody of generous of spirit and of magic in order to help heal and protect others. You volunteered for a search team that wanted to try and help anyone they could coming into this area of town. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that you came here with were slightly less capable than you are. Being someone with magical talents, sometimes it's hard to understand and realize how fragile the average person actually is in the world of D&D. Armed with sword and shield, there are things that many people can do, amazing feats. The party's fighter, Jorn Cinderheart, for instance, has no magic of his own but can still fight well. However, unfortunately, some people still end up biting off more than they can chew. Presumably at some point, after you entered the city, you helped a couple people, you healed them, you sent them back to the gates. Now, bunkered down in a random house, somewhere within the town, you find yourself waking up to a morning, still feeling slightly depleted.
Not great. Guess I'll just go search for more people.
Okay. You can go.
Good question. How many zombies are outside?
If you take a look at, make a perception check for me.
All right.
You would know this.
That is a 12.
12 total. You don't see anything outside for the most part. Through the night, you heard screams and cries of a very strange creature that kind of echoed throughout the town, but you also heard screams of it in pain as well as if something had fought it off. The day before, you also heard a very loud explosion coming from somewhere off in the side of town that has drawn most of the zombies' attention away from where you are right now. So you know that realistically, well, saying anywhere in this part of town is safe is probably not correct. This place is somewhat deserted.
Okay. I'll just go look for more people to help.
Okay.
Away from where the explosion happened.
Good thing. Okay. While you leave your house to begin exploring the streets, the rest of you are sitting in Key 3's home. Yep.
Is it like dawn?
Yeah, it's day. Like, you guys pretty much worked through the night because of the stuff that happened with Paragon. Okay.
I'll be having tea.
You're just sitting there having tea. Professor.
I'll continue trying to reach Humble. You there, buddy? Random. Hello.
Make an Arcana check. Or religion check.
Like, not really.
here
Not
we go.
meditating. It's like,
I know.
Somebody shoot.
Nora is cursing under their breath.
14.
I'm outside, I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I know.
Today 14.
14? You call out, and you call out. You feel kind of like a quick spasm in your left eye, and then your right hand twitches. But you hear nothing.
No, I don't have a card for this guy. My card should be pretty cool.
All right, I'll take that as an answer and move on.
Okay.
So it's day right
Yes.
now, right? So, and yeah, everyone's pretty much all together still
Yeah,
inside.
everybody's sitting in the house, kind of quickly eating down a breakfast.
Jorn's gonna make his way at the door. He's gonna have his weapon at the ready for
Okay.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But he's
Which
gonna
weapon?
see them all.
Okay.
Then just assume that's gonna be it because I'm only using the shotgun when I need to.
Not to mention, from where you are, probably don't want to be flashing guns.
Yeah. So yeah, generally for many reasons, yeah. Jorn's going to now see if there's any or better yet, Jorn's he's gonna stop himself as he's about to go outside. Is there a basement sort of area or you can identify
This. Once you get outside, you can walk the perimeter of the house. When you get to the back, there seems to be a cellar door of some kind.
Jorn's going to open it up. Is it locked anyway?
No, you can open it up. You walk down there's a flight of stairs leading down into a dark space.
He's going to see if he can find some port because he's kind of imagining that maybe such channels would actually meet up under the house. I'm thinking this isn't a traditional, medieval sort of style place.
Yeah.
If there's any connection points underneath the house, that'd probably be the easiest way to get into for everyone. So
Yeah, I will say though, there's a difference between plumage and draining.
yeah, fair enough.
Time period wise, we're not looking at complex underground plumbing systems. We're probably looking for drainage that would prevent major flooding, especially in a coastal town.
A drainage channel.
And the drainage channels would most likely be in the street.
Fair
So
enough.
it would prevent water from getting there.
Right.
You can't go into the cellar though, and you see it's not a very large cellar. They didn't even really cover up the floor very well. It's just kind of mainly shelves with just random stored goods that have been dehydrated.
He's going to search it since he's there.
Yeah. Should be an investigation check.
That one thing Jorn's really good at. No, he's not.
Your -1 is doing great for you.
31.
31? Some pickled peaches. That might be interesting.
That sounds awful.
I know. That's why he found it on a dirty one.
Pickled peaches, you say?
Yeah, pickled peaches.
They're just no expiration or anything seen on it, or
This is a medieval fantasy world. They do not have expiration dates.
it's gonna.
It's good until you eat it.
Vassenrye maybe has canned goods, but even those wouldn't have expiration dates. If people in Vassenrye are putting stuff in cans, it's because they're probably for military use or very poor subsections of society.
He's going to put some pickled. He's gonna pick up the pickled peaches and put them in his bag.
Okay, you have pickled peaches. You do see on the floor there is a circular drain. That would imply that there is some sort of drainage system, but there's it's you could maybe get your hand in it.
Okay.
But that's it's not big.
Well, he might as well see. He's gonna try to see if he can hear down it and see if there's maybe obviously any concern of any noise or anything that make sure there's it's not filled with a horde of zombies.
Yeah. You hear nothing.
All right. Jorn's going to exit. and
You don't even hear water.
Okay. Jorn's going to go back out on the street, and he's going to.
Jorn goes back out on the street. Can you make a perception check, Tallow?
We would also be outside.
You guys are going outside? Okay.
We were already
outside. You're already outside? Okay. 6. Delightful. It's a pretty nice day. This is sunny. No, not a lot of clouds.
Pass by him in the streets. Good day.
Are you guys watching, or are you?
I'm off on the other side of the house because I want to be as far away from everyone as possible out of embarrassment and shame.
Yeah.
But I am going to be keeping a watch out for other.
You can make a perception check then as well.
I'll be keeping an eye out but not paying attention to it.
Okay. What's your passive?
16. First nat 20 of the session. Okay.
You look okay. Even on your passive perception, it would be fine. Are you being stealthy right now?
No, I was walking along trying to find the
Okay.
Just thrown in the middle of the road.
It's a fine stroll for a day. A fine day for a stroll.
On a nat 20, definitely. on an even passive perception 16, which is very high. You guys both see. If you want to describe yourself, you can. Like a couple blocks away, you see a figure approaching.
You see a 7-8 foot minotaur walking down the road with an extra foot of horns going up off his head.
The with horns, he's like 8'7".
Okay, with his horns, he's still 7'8".
How big are your horns? Like, are they really?
I was thinking about it. Just, I don't know if they go out like this and then up, or just go straight up.
It's up to you.
One does the other? No, that'd be awful.
I think it depends. Do you want to go like bull or antelope? Like,
Let's go bull.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
that's what metaphors are based on.
Yeah.
Has pants and a vest on. Though fairly dirty, and there's like probably a little bandage on here for getting bit by a zombie.
Okay.
Oh,
Noted.
Noted.
Strolling down the middle of the road with a giant copper pipe in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Holding out the middle.
That's a giant copper pipe. Okay. It's a minotaur, 8 foot tall minotaur with a copper pipe.
How long?
How long? Quarterstaff length.
Quarterstaff would be basically. So it's like a 6 foot long pipe.
Yeah,
Walking down the street.
copper, maybe a little dent.
Yeah, 10.
Not 10.
Do you guys see that?
Hey, if I remember that one part where we posed as plumbers, that would have been perfect.
So, immediately seeing that, I'm just gonna kind of keeping my eye on him and walk across the street over to Ariena. Do you see the? Okay. What do you think?
Well, he doesn't look infected.
Yes.
You're getting closer. You probably see 2 shadows of people on the one side of the road.
I'll shuffle my hands on my pipe because they're probably zombies. Get like a baseball bat, there you go.
Yep.
So you're moving it up to a batting position.
Or rest on my shoulder,
So it went from this to this.
Yeah, and start walking like. Are they?
You have a good enough passive perception. You rolled like a nat 20, so like you definitely see that distinctive motion.
It's like, are they on the side of the road or like in an alley? Or?
No, you guys are just on the side of the road. You're not in the alley.
Oh,
Sorry, you walked over to Ariena.
I walked across the
right?
street,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay, yeah. They're just standing out front of house.
I'm not sure if you would notice me literally walking across the street. Like my head is facing him, but walking across the street to Ariena.
What was your perception check again?
6.
6?
No.
Maybe his glass is just a little.
Yeah. Used to play. It was just a little.
Like the double tip,
I mean, he
I'd
looks
say like.
very threatening.
Yes, but at least not.
That may be good for us.
Yes. Let's hope we can talk.
Yeah.
If I walk closer, I'm gonna guess I can see. Oh, they're standing
Yeah.
on people.
Okay.
Like
The
leaned
infected,
over and shambling.
the infected creatures in this town. I'll just give a description because you don't have any context yet. They are very fast. Like they are never walking. They are always at full sprint.
Oh,
And then they stop, and then they might fall over. They might twitch a lot, and then they full sprint again. Like they are a toddler with sugar.
once I see that these are not, in fact, zombies, I'll, put the pipe more casually at my side and just start walking over.
Oh,
there?
Yeah,
How are ya?
the professor. You gonna? Are you actually doing it?
Dramatically, but not excessively.
Okay, if you were going to Eldritch Blast the door,
Come on, it's not that through his door.
make
Okay.
an Arcana check.
It's someone we know, so maybe I respect their door.
Make an Arcana check. Okay, do you want to do it?
I very much do, but if it's
Make
someone
it-
we know, then
Make an Arcana
We're
check
gonna
to see
have a
whether you can
problem.
control the Eldritch Blast.
well,
This is where my spell's gonna go.
You're walking down the street.
All
Just some normal people right there talking.
Oh, hey.
The door that they're standing next to, you see a flash of purple light inside the windows, and then the door goes and blasts open. You see it slam against the
I
wall.
immediately jolt at the
reaction
Yeah.
to that.
I grab my pipe again.
Like, and then you see a man walk out.
I come out very mopingly, like, oh,
I can't sleep on him.
Oh my god!
Humble won't talk to me
We're
anymore.
back to this!
Humble won't talk to me anymore.
Bradey, you're asleep.
Okay, I fall on the ground.
So you see, you see a man in like a trench coat, nice kind of suit clothing, with a. You have a cane, yes.
I have a quarterstaff.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's walking
I
out
have
with a
the-
staff. Yes, walking out with a staff. His sunglasses on, mustache.
Regular glasses.
Yes. Regular glasses. You see him walk out. He looks very sad, like almost in tears. He walks in, he's just like humbled one, and then instantly falls asleep, sitting down on the floor.
Okay, that's
Does
fine.
Jorn hear the Eldritch Blast?
I think
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
here.
Jorn, this is when Jorn's just gonna race around the corner from the building and it's gonna
What
like.
did you roll?
15.
15, yeah, you're just.
I just thought it was like, boom, in the door.
This is,
Increases!
this is when Jorn just races around the corner, like after hearing the very familiar sound of the professor's Eldritch Blast. He's gonna see the professor there. He's gonna just try to like partly pick him up and just start slapping him across the face, like.
You see another guy run around. You see tall, dark elf, big brimmed hat, inside out jacket. From Vassenrai, you can like recognize military uniform even though it's inside out.
Oh, neat. Okay.
You'd know. Vassenrai and the country you're in now of Berian have had a lot of conflict and like military tension over time. So coming here, you probably would have been very discreet about who you are, where you're coming from.
Yes.
Seeing somebody with the military uniform, even as shoddily as they're hiding it, very shocking to see in this neck of the woods. You would not expect to see it. Like,
So
you see him run around the corner too, just... Yeah.
Can I take my broken teacup
Yeah.
now that I've dropped it from
The door did not rip off the hinges. Yeah.
Still,
It's stuck. It's like, it's not doing great.
It's still basically an explosion.
I'm gonna walk outside with the remains of my teacup.
Okay.
You have a sling.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'll
like
fix the teacup.
Jorn's like
Yes!
So like Jorn's like picking up the professor by the collar and is just slapping him like.
Does that wake me up?
I was gonna say, an action can reverse the sleep spell, right? If somebody wakes them up with an action.
Yep.
Yeah, so then you do.
Or if they
Oh,
take damage.
thank you.
I'm not doing
You're
it
not
in a
doing
harmful
damage.
way. Yeah.
Pretty much you're taking an action to wake him up. Because you
I'm also
you can't slap him and not wake him up.
Yeah. I'm slapping him, but in such a way of like, God damn it, who have to deal with you again? Like,
like sorry, no. Like two notches above playful. One notch below violent.
Okay. Oh, thank you for waking me up, Brad.
You see all of this happen in front of you.
that's when Jorn just drops you. Like,
Put the pipe down again, but like keep my hand a little more towards the bottom. in
Good
case I
call.
need
Good call.
Like,
That was a good
Two
nap.
of- the two of you then see the 8-foot-tall minotaur in a vest and pants standing next to you. I'm assuming you've been moving closer the entire time.
Slowly.
Okay, yeah, no.
Makes it
Maybe
like
he-
double social distance.
Okay, yeah. So he's about 15 feet away. He's not like right next to you, but he's like conversation range.
Conversation rate, but at the same time, good spell range.
Wow. So, what's going on here?
You know, just usual stuff.
Jordan gets
He's-
a Canadian.
He's on the floor
I've
being
been quiet for the
shadowed
last
by
8
the dark
adventures.
elf who is slapping him. And he's looking up and just like, yeah, usual as always.
Jordan's gonna like,
Alright.
who's this? Come to join us?
What are you doing?
We're soon about to depart. Actually, in a minute now to, get out of here.
Would you like some help with that?
Oh, well, we would accept all the helping hands. You kind of come out of nowhere there. What's your name?
My name's Tallow.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. I'm Jorn.
Pleasure to meet you as well. You're, I approve of your attire.
Jorn kind of like cautiously
Yeah.
tugs on it and like, it's like, thanks.
I'll like,
Yeah.
I assume my, my custom revolver is in
Yeah.
my pocket. I'll like slide up the handle a little bit and then put it right back.
Yeah.
Jordan's going to like kind of like pull back his card. He's going to show you're going to see like
'Cause I am
hanging from
looking
about like
like
this
that could be
gnarly
passive
shotgun.
vision.
Like,
Uh, you with good taste.
Does he look infected? Because he has like the injury on his arm. Does he look
I'm not the
infected?
restoration. Can that save me?
You don't know.
Maybe that's where my second level spell slot went. Finding out.
The professor would also like to introduce himself to the giant minotaur who he's very intimidated by.
Make a medicine
Should I
check.
do that?
17.
You're just taller than me, so I'm intimidated.
Make a Constitution saving throw with advantage, because we'll count the second level spell slot as lucky restoration.
Okay. Thank you. That is a 17. Constitution, sorry?
Yeah, Constitution.
Oh,
saving.
21.
Okay, yeah.
A natural one.
Doesn't look
and
infected,
17.
you know. Even if Eveline has established that the green eyes and the radioactive glowing green saliva is not a root of the infection, it is definitely a part of the infection now. You don't see any of the signs of those things. You also saw the elderly man who was like not quite fully infected yet, and his behaviorisms that indicated to you that he was sick don't appear in this man whatsoever. He seems to be just very clean, presentable. Strange that he's here. Not infected.
Okay.
So what are y'all doing in the sort of quarantine zone, eh?
Well, we are initially on a mission for. Well, he's gonna look at Evelyn, kind of like.
Eveline's
Kind of a look-
still inside.
Oh, Eveline's like, well,
The party's not
I think it's better than at the current moment. We are just trying to get. We have some civilians with us. But I think when it comes there, I don't think it's for me to tell. If you look for the other one in the kind of the black uniform inside, I think it'd be better ask them.
white uniform.
White uniform?
Hers
Oh,
is white.
Mine,
Versus
mine
white,
is the
okay.
old uniform. They
Right.
revamped it to a white one.
the one with it kind of looks like him, but white. Like, yes.
There's no need. There's no need to be suspicious. We're here to test a cure, and
Wait.
we're on our way.
Can I get your names?
I am the professor.
What?
And you,
Maybe let's
okay.
let's wait till we're
Very well.
another location.
Ah,
Nothing against you. You've
high five. No. Okay.
everything is setting me off. It's
well,
very sad. Very sad time.
everyone but you is here, right?
I walked out.
Oh, you joined us?
She walked out with the
I've walked out seeing all this.
I think the whole party's outside right now.
Yeah.
Eveline, NPCs are the only people who aren't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone else's names? Mine's Tallow.
Nice to meet you, Tallow.
Easy mistake, alright? So it's alright.
How is it spelled?
Tallow.
I forgot what he said.
Alright.
Very knowledgeable.
Okay, I have trouble with names too.
As I was pointed out by our friend, my name is Felix.
Hello, Felix. Hello. And then everyone else.
Professor. Oh, that. The Jorn. I was thinking the professor for a second there.
Really?
Well,
Okay, the Professor Jorn.
you don't have a PhD. Get out of here.
George's gonna look
Do
at
it.
the professor. Clearly, Jorn's been standing in the sun for a little bit.
Hold up,
Like,
hold up. We gotta do this. Do it. What's your name?
My name, of course, is Vengeance.
Say, Professor name.
No, that's a normal name.
Alright.
I assure you, that is a normal
No
name.
judgments. It's quite a nice
well,
name.
you have to add on. You don't. You're saying your own name wrong. Vengeance. By the way,
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with that.
just gonna. I also kind of introduced myself before, you know. Right. Before I called myself the professor.
Of course.
Jordan's also gonna look at the professor and he's gonna look. PhD in what?
Magic.
Good answer.
And
You seem to show that, but
PhD in something you wouldn't understand.
Ariena.
Ariena, are you a professor as well, or no? Okay. Okay. Is the this other person you're talking about inside?
They're inside. Yes, you can go on ahead now that the door is open.
All right. I keep opening, I guess. I'll walk up to the door. Get up to the doorstep and then knock. I guess.
The door is fully open. It's like slammed against the wall, but you knock it. Very polite of you. Thank you very much. You see a small halfling woman walk up to you and just kind of look up and go, "Oh, hi.
Hello there. How are you?
Hi, my name's Keithree. You're mighty big.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well." She
Reach down like knee height.
Yeah, knee height.
Bends down to.
She like pops up, grabs your hand, shakes it, then falls back. Full cartoon physics.
I was told you had. What did I come in here for? I forgot. I was asking what you guys were doing here.
Oh yeah, no. From what I understand, I've been talking to this lovely woman behind me here, and you see a woman wearing these like heavily tarnished white robes that look like they've been stained with various bodily fluids thousands of times and then perfectly cleaned out, and then it's just been stained and stained over and over again. She's wearing a mask in front of her with these thick lenses in it that have these two tubes that protrude out the bottom and wrap down around her side to around her back, where there seems to be another type of attachment apparatus that they're connected to. And she kind of points out to her and she says, apparently we're going to be joining the rest of the town again. I've got about 15 people upstairs and kind of around this living area here, and you see just a various sprinkling of elves and gnomes and humans who've all just kind of been sitting here. They're all a little bit more on the haggard and wear down side now. But we're going to be getting back to some freedom in a couple of minutes, or at least that's what I've been told.
Alrighty. With the group out front, eh?
Oh, yeah. We honestly wouldn't have had a way to get across the town entirely if they didn't show up, but they seem... I'm not going to speak for them. I just kind of assumed we'd be leaving. It's kind of unfair.
How are you? Maybe I'll go check with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll help out if I can if you want.
Absolutely delightful if you would.
Felix, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'll walk back out front.
As that's happening,
A little bit of a meet cute.
I'm going to be talking with Jorn on how to properly gag the professor permanently.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Jordan's gonna be like,
Listen, you are the most recent god outing nightmare. So
Yes, but you have been the most consistent.
And you just blew the door open.
Proving my
More
point.
adventures, like.
to be fair, when it came down to Felix's situation here, at least his being there was at least someone playful in nature. Yours is chaotic.
At least I didn't try and kill everybody.
When you hear him blame you for having most recent patron mess up, you do hear a faint voice in the back of your head just go, I don't know if that's fair. It's not really your fault. It's the short little horn that made me come up.
Immediately hearing that, I'm going to pan my head away from him.
Okay.
So Jordan's they were discussing how we're gonna gag him, right?
I have a cloth.
Jordan's gonna reach for the cloth and is like, alright, how do we do this?
Simple, you'll just take the cloth, put it around his
Don't
mouth.
gag him. As annoying as he is, and Sam as he is,
Ow.
his magic will be useful if things go wrong.
I'm not saying
We need-
permanently. I mean,
He's saying permanently.
Well, actually, okay. Let me rephrase. I was the one who said permanently gag, but as character,
I'm not saying permanently gag. Combat we definitely need him. He's a freaking wrecking ball. However, when we aren't dealing with creatures, maybe no eldritch blasts.
Eldritch blast.
Do you actually?
Where?
This guy.
Does the zombie shut the sound?
can I roll to backhand him, please?
Definitely respond. From what you can tell, the undead here have heightened senses, typically regarding sound and smell. However,
Does it really
They-
make
they-
a sound if it doesn't hit anything?
You shouting Eldritch Blast.
it's not you shouting Eldritch Blast. It's the beam of light going into the
It's
sky.
a screeching beam of light.
And the door exploded. I don't know how much.
Oh, it's a beacon. Hold on, wait. Maybe, I guess I have more excited.
You already did it. But that's a natural 2, so they're still distracted by explosions.
Jorn, the instant you do this is going.
When he said that, I'm like, I want to roll to backhand him. Literally, like, is it an actual
Unarmed attack.
Yes.
Strength.
With an 18 hit?
What's your strength mod?
1.
You take 2 damage.
Ow! Can I say something?
Yeah.
And the moment after, Jorn's also going to try to take down and grapple him. Imagine he knows how to take someone and hold someone.
So, Lisa, are you resisting being grappled?
I definitely will. Just plain old resist.
Okay, athletics.
Could it be,
No, 2 grapple is always athletics.
Athletics, right.
Resisting is acrobatics. Or
Right.
So you can do acrobatics. or
Athletics actually better than my dexterity.
athletics.
So. 6. These
Okay, yeah,
suck.
you evade the grapple.
He's going to lunge at you again. Like,
As this begins to happen, you guys just hear a sharp of like Eveline clearing her throat. Sorry.
He wanted to say something like 5 minutes
Sorry,
ago.
what do you want to say?
Well, never
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, if this is happening instead, I was just gonna.
Well, no, this is happening simultaneously. If you didn't want to say something.
Hey, Tallow.
Hello.
Sorry about all this mess. Do you want to just come inside? It's a little less chaotic as they're just.
She'll leave while this is happening. Tallow is at the door meeting with your friend.
Well, no,
Coming back out.
yeah, he's coming back.
It's like
Keith came with him, and Eveline came up to the door. And Eveline, that's when Eveline started clearing her throat to try and get people's attention.
Yeah. And then vengeance is like we just back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We're just gonna ask you about your plan for getting people out of here.
Something like that. Once they come together.
We don't have a plan right now.
Okay.
I don't know how to get this many people out.
Try walking.
Safely.
Carriage?
Well, I
Safely
have
get
never
this many
thought of
people out.
walking out of a town.
Like,
I'm sorry, it was really simple. Is there a carriage we could use?
I'm sure you've seen the situation. Get people out without risk.
That was possible. Alright.
Or minimal risk.
Should we wait till they're done?
Let's go inside and ignore that.
I continue your scram.
I'll be casting my
Keep
spells
fighting.
as freely as I wish.
Jorn's going to be like
So
in
who all is going inside right now? Okay, so you guys, Keith and Eveline, go inside.
I would like to say what I just said and then try and make my way inside, sort of ignoring them.
Oh,
How would
God.
I say that?
I only hit you once, and then I'm leaving you alone. He's
I
going
get
ahead.
that. I'm
Are
telling
you also
both
going
of
inside or
you
are you
stuff.
waiting outside?
No, I'm
Jorn?
I don't trust myself.
Say anything.
I don't want to make an attack. I'm just telling both of you I'll be casting my spells as freely as I wish.
Jorn's going to attempt
I am leaving.
as you're walking away, Jorn's going to attempt to grapple you again.
I will resist again. I love you.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Not one. Well, okay. I
One
just
double
screwed this
that
guy.
Double that one.
How does this work?
You guys are
You're both
leaving.
tripped and
We're
falling
What are your
combo.
modifiers?
3 stooges
Plus
over.
4.
Plus 4?
We just hugged.
0.
Okay, yeah, you grapple.
He's going to be.
You got in that one too.
He's going to pretty much pull him to the ground in a very sloppy fashion and hold him down. All right, and he's going to like signal to Felix. Right, the gag.
You said you were done.
Well, now he's grappled, so.
Do you want to take a couple minutes to figure out what you want to do? Because we can just go inside and they can have a conversation.
I'm going inside.
Oh, 2 at least.
Oi, mate, this was your idea.
Don't.
Yes, but we have people that need to leave. We can probably handle ourselves.
What's
They
a lot of
cannot.
civilians?
Terror?
Care to enter with a percentile roll?
No, I can decide for them.
Do they seem like upset when we get inside? Or?
They're. You are not here, but you can. What's your charisma score?
20.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, you
I
can
have
definitely
18,
feel it.
yeah.
Yeah.
With 8 persuasion.
Got it. You can definitely feel the atmosphere, and it feels like a group's morale just took a hit. Like,
Can I try to talk to them and be like,
absolutely, you can address
okay, we're
anyone.
gonna get you out of here. They'll sort it out. They're just dealing with a problem out front. We're gonna be hopefully leaving soon. Just trying to find a safe way to get you all out of here.
Make just a general persuasion.
Is that cocked?
That's cocked.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That is a 16.
16? Yeah.
Jesus.
They're not blistering with confidence, but they seem a little more okay than me. They're... Instead of being concerned for their journey, they are content with their journey.
Okay. Also, charisma and then plus 3 for
Yeah.
So.
Huzzah!
80.
While outside, Jorn, without Felix's help, is going to be trying to hassle a rag from his bag to gag the professor.
You can make a attempt to escape. Acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics, and I make it opposing, right?
Yes, but you have disadvantage because you're trying to get a rag out of your bag.
Alrighty. Well, that's a... Yeah, so it's going to be a 7 plus 4, so yeah.
You wriggle your way on out of there. Is there purple ooze involved? I'm not sure. That's up to you.
Yeah, I just slide.
Okay. He's just naturally slippery.
Jorn's going to be like, fine, but if you do any tricks again, I will whop you with this hammer.
Now, what exactly is it? It defines as a trick, and then I just go inside as I ask him that. I just don't even.
Okay, so rhetorical question?
Yes.
Jordan's going to then also just like wait a minute to get himself together, and he's going to walk inside too, and he's going to like, right, we should get a move on. The longer we have daylight, the better.
When I was gonna go inside, I'm like, alright, we should... Everyone gather your stuff, we should start heading out as soon as possible.
Do we have a plan? I don't want these people walking through the streets. This is not going to be safe.
Jordan's going to be look at Ariena. I had an idea.
No dynamite.
We're not using dynamite. Don't be so hasty. I was thinking this is a fairly large city. Maybe if we were to find a drainage channel.
And why wouldn't they have blocked those? They can't take that risk.
Well, at the very least, it would be a safe passage to get across the city where we can maybe rise closer to where the gate is.
Sounds better.
It's better than walking in the open.
So,
So where do we find that entrance then?
Would probably be somewhere along the street.
I'll go take a look then.
I have my city secrets. Might be able to.
I'll summon my familiar and have them go take a look, find an entrance.
Yeah, absolutely. You summon the hawk. Sorry, hawk or falcon?
Hawk.
Hawk. Summon the hawk. You send it out. It kind of does a bird's eye view of the area. You can see a couple different drainage, like hatches that would lead into some grates that would lead into some sort of drainage basin around. Like they're
Big enough for a person?
they're there for maintenance. So
Big
they're
enough
big
for-
enough for a person.
Big enough for a large
Yeah.
person?
It's gonna be a squeeze for some of you.
And large slash reduce.
I did not actually take that.
One of us has it.
Eveline had it and she's
It
tapped.
lasts a minute.
Yeah. So you need 2 casts of it and she's tapped.
No,
It's a
Okay.
theoretical possibility?
it's a theoretical possibility. You'd have to work out the mechanics in person.
Run very quickly.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
I was also going to say, well, I should say security.
Like,
Could you have dynamite?
No.
Don't ask it.
Are you out of that?
I only have about 2 sticks left, but I'd rather use them only when I need to.
That is best case scenario, we use it as a distraction.
So I was going to say, you leave one ear and just...
No, throw it far in a different direction we're going, let them follow that.
We could also have it that one of us who might be faster go to more distant spots. One of us, perhaps, who can freely climb along the edge of buildings.
Or someone with a steed.
How much do you like your familiar?
I'm not.
just to clarify something, Jorn, your dynamite is meant to like be lit and then explodes after like a couple of seconds. You do not have any additional fuses.
What
I have
I'm
rope.
suggesting is...
I know, I'm just saying because a couple of people were saying like leave it here, wait for it to go off. I'm just clarifying what you guys have. I understand it's not necessarily what everybody was suggesting. I'm just making up a possibility. So hypothetically, if you were to put it into a familiar's mouth and light a stick of dynamite, it's only gonna get
It's
like
not
30
going to
feet
happen.
away. I know it's not gonna happen.
Leave it, and then I Eldritch Blast it from 300 feet away.
That sounds like it would destroy the stick of dynamite, or worse.
You know what else
If you
destroyed
want-
the stick of dynamite? Blowing it up.
If you want me to go draw a distraction, I can go do that.
Jorn, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. That there is still a fuse on the dynamite. Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's not big, but there's still a fuse.
It's meant to be you light it and throw
I
it.
have an idea. You guys go. I use my steed to go away from you guys. Prestidigitation allows me to ignite or snuff out a small flame. Stick of dynamite's little torch could count as me lighting a small flame there. So I could place it down, back up to a safe distance, prestidigitate.
I could do the same thing. It's 10 feet.
It's 10 feet.
I could do the same thing, but
But I also have steed.
You'd also have
go
a few
by
seconds to run away, like...
Yeah, a steed can run a lot faster than a human can.
I can do by rooftop. I go climb up, light it, drop it, run.
That could also work.
And-
Eveline's just gonna kind of sit there and just be like, good idea. Distraction is probably a good idea, or at least drawing their attention somehow, or like if we can manipulate them in any way. The problem with that plan is that if we set up something to go off and make a loud noise and draw a lot of them in, we have no way of controlling what direction they're going to be coming from, how far they're going to be coming from. So we could set off a distraction here, but that also means that anything on the other side of the city might start parading towards.
Well, what we can do, we get everyone into the sewers here. We use a distraction. That way we can leave the sewers without risk.
Essentially, what you're saying is once the dynamite goes off, while the zombies go overhead, we are underneath them.
Yes.
I'm like 90% sure I can mind control one of the zombies into lighting the fuse for us.
I think we
We
can.
would
use-
need...
Crown of Madness.
Nope.
Uh,
Not humanoid. And Crown of Madness only makes
I
attacks.
can.
You cannot control
It
actions.
attacks
I
the
can.
dynamite
Well,
with the-
okay, I
It
can
attacks other creatures specifically.
I tried before, correct?
You tried it on the Stitch Beast.
And it didn't work.
On the Stitch Beast.
It was the Stitch Beast.
Yeah.
I could try it on a zombie.
But we would
No
need a
guarantee.
zombie.
We would need one zombie and
By itself.
and that's going to be
Big
a
thing.
feat.
For more than the
A
feet, but
feat of an action, yes.
Felix, I think it's best if I can do this. Because I can get out easier. I can run easier.
into a wall to escape the quarantine zone easier.
You would be able to avoid the zombies better than a horse could, too. Because, quite frankly, anyone who's it is at the greatest risk.
And unlike you, I'd have an easier time slipping into the sewers if I find a spot to escape.
Fair enough.
We couldn't just gather the zombies up into a big place and I can...
Um,
From very far away.
But we also have no idea how many there are, like...
well, we filled the
They're gonna have to
street with
fill
them
up
with
the
one
20 foot
detonation.
Hmm?
We filled the street full with one detonation. Another's going to probably draw more.
Rough estimate from when you were on the street, like on the rooftop after the detonation of the dynamite. Rough estimate: 500 to 800 zombies in that plaza.
That's not a 20-foot square.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot more.
Okay.
But we know where they still are, right?
Theoretically, yes. You have not seen them.
But if they had stayed in that, like, general area.
You have not seen many wandering in this area of the city.
No, if they had stayed in that area, like, where would they be in reference to the house? In
You
reference
guys
to our
went-
escape.
Okay, so if this is the city, you guys went a lot up along the left side here. It would have been around here where you would have actually had the detonation, and T3's house is like at the top of the city here, so it would be southwest southwest direction is where they're all.
Okay, so
Where's
then
the gate?
the gate's up.
Directly south.
So not great.
So the
Alright.
best place to go would be go west, detonate there. Because, A, the zombies over there, they might not draw, and if they're
Well,
not
so
crossing the
zombies are
city, that's good for us.
West-ish.
And the loose zombies will be on the west side.
So,
That
alright.
does also mean though that if this doesn't work and something else does happen, we do get sandwiched.
Well, we're gonna be underneath the sewers.
I know, just
I think... Okay.
Either that or you guys leave. We
I
detonate
think-
here.
Jorn's gonna kind of like pull everyone out. Okay, so I think we have our plan here. So he's also gonna try and maybe call some like the people that'll be joining us, because they're going to be involved in this too. Since,
Also,
right,
not sewer, water drainage.
Water drainage.
A lot less gross.
yes.
A lot easier to sell to people.
Sure. So
Honestly, yeah, probably.
here's the game plan. We're all going to be using the drainage channels under the city to get closer to the front gate unimpeded. In order to distract any zombies that would be above ground in that area, Ariena here is going to be going to the west to place a piece of dynamite to cause an explosion loud enough to distract all zombies. That would be our signal to rise above the ground or after
No.
some time. No, yeah.
You would wait,
Wait,
2-3 hours.
Yeah, fair enough. So pretty much while they're underground, all the zombies swarm to the west, and we should be able to rise more or less safely closer to the gate.
How are you gonna get back?
I can climb the wall, or
Just leave the quarantine.
I was
Ariena,
gonna say, realistically, you could just climb out
Yeah.
of the wall, like, just on a random
Fair enough.
area, and then do the, like, perimeter of the town.
yeah,
Can you carry someone
No.
of no?
I'm not strong enough for that.
A shame.
Who did you want me to?
8-foot tall minotaur on your back.
Make like 15 trips plus all of us. Carry everyone
No, I
out.
could
No,
not do that.
we can assume you're gonna have a hard time fitting in the sewers.
do you have
but
like a lighter or
maybe,
anything?
Yes,
Can you-
levitation.
Okay, there you go.
Magic
are
is
you
an idea.
able to like walk on 4 legs, or like is that a thing you could? Because I would assume you have like
Well, people can crawl,
hooves
Brady.
and maybe hand
I have hooves and I have hands. Like I can go on all four.
Crawl.
That's
crawl through the sludge,
probably
Not a
that.
sludge, it's not a sewer, it's
I
a
wanna-
drainage, it's water.
crawl through the
There is some horse poop with the
sludge.
I'm
Oh,
really
okay.
concerned about getting actually into the drainage system. With that
You know?
yeah, a lot of the infrastructure you find isn't really designed for a person my stature.
Especially in
Why
a
are you-
elven, human, gnomish, and halfling country.
Oh, it's even smaller.
I can make it a bigger
And
entrance.
also, they have been doing a lot of the governmental officials have been doing their damnedest to make things less accessible to monstrous races. So,
Here's what we can do. You guys go now. You test it. If you can't get in, then we come up with something different, or you come with me.
Currently, I have the idea. Actually, there's the other solution. Because you're able to freely move around, you don't even need to engage. When it comes down to it, we could have it that while everyone else, so Evelyn, Felix, and Vengeance guides the civilians in their sewer. Myself, the professor, and Tallow was it? We make our way above ground, basically we're following the channel to above ground to make sure we are pretty much the above ground eyes. We could reasonably then signal down through the vents should we need to.
Yeah. Carter, how long would it take to go around the city with my familiar and just search everything? Like,
The city.
okay, half of the city, because I'm assuming you're only checking the quarantine zone.
Yeah.
Are you doing the perimeter, or are you if you break it down into like 100 by 100 foot square, are you covering every square?
the area by the exit and the area where I will be detonating.
So you pretty much want to go down straight and then around the side.
Yeah.
Speed of your familiar.
60 feet.
60
Flying.
feet. Flying. It would take a couple hours. Like, it's
It's a long trek.
I mean, if we're willing to wait a couple hours, I could take a look around.
But you could also have your familiar simultaneously scout for you
No, that's
while you move.
Well, if I'm to be seen through her eyes or communicating with her, I can't be seen through my eyes.
How
Fair
big
enough.
are you?
5'4".
I can carry you if you want.
What's your movement speed?
Move speed 30.
Okay.
But also, I have like a 18 strength, so I'll probably be fine.
What if you just like walk through the city
No,
and you?
We have a few
guided
hours
us?
now. Why don't I just go through now?
What
We
time of
just
day?
bunker down here.
Going as quickly as
What?
possible.
What time of day is it?
It's probably around 9:30. I'm assuming you all met each other around 8 a.m. It's probably only been like an hour and a half of you guys talking.
So
fighting.
reasonably, then there's time to prepare. So it's not like because once night falls, we have a strict disadvantage. But I'd say we have time to prepare then. But I think we have our plan pretty much laid out. Let's just try to work out the finer details then.
Okay.
Sound
I'm going to
good?
start taking a look around.
Alright.
I'm gonna poke you. Oh, can you maybe get the outer wall real quick? Familiar?
Sure. Go take a look at the outer wall.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It hasn't been too long. You take a look around. You see. Make a perception check using your familiar's perception.
My familiar's worst perception. Oh, 13.
13. You see a wall. You see nothing else.
Can I get close to it?
Yeah, you can fly down. Your familiar can fly down and perch on it. If you want to investigate more closely, you also may.
I don't think my familiar has any form of real intelligence.
Yeah, that's the problem with you guys. Like it's
Um,
useful because
two.
it's versatile, but
That's a nat 1 minus 4.
negative 3.
It does get him to float.
Oh, there is a wall.
There is a hole.
It's very well.
It's made of wood.
She's not gonna die.
Jordan's gonna obviously. I imagine you're gonna share what you
Yeah.
see with it. I say we just go with the known option. We can strategize should things go wrong from there. I think that's the most secure and safe option.
What is the known option? We came up with like 50 different plans.
All of those ones came with some variable that we don't know really
So
will
the
work.
sewer.
This is the map.
The sewers, we go to the main gate. We go through the main gate, or at least try to.
I'll do whatever I'm told.
All right.
Yes, you will.
Imagine we're just going to work out the preparations.
Wait
What
for
is-
me.
What is the plan you're going with?
Going, well, from what I understand, we're going sewers, myself, Tallow, and the professor moving above ground, and Marina doing the dynamite
We're moving to
You're
the
going
main
above
gate.
ground. Okay.
above ground.
Those three.
Jorn's going above ground along with Tallow and the professor. Vengeance and the Felix are going with the civilians.
Okay. You're searching the town overhead. What are the rest of you doing to help prepare?
Typically civilians, make sure they're all stocked up with gear,
Okay.
perhaps, whatever gear we have.
This necessities, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be quite a while, so a small ration pack maybe, and make sure they're all hydrated enough.
K3's home is stocked, so they start doling out
Yeah.
all of her
So
All
any
of her
any
possessions are pretty
essentials,
Yeah.
so
food, water.
maybe give them a dagger just in case or something. I don't think that's the best option, but it's
Like
a
a
zombie,
kitchen knife or something.
I was gonna say,
a weapon of sorts.
Butter
A
knife.
chair. Something.
Plastic.
Literally just something to smack.
Jorn will also take the time to brief everyone what the plan is. I think that's pretty much what Jorn's time will be going to, is debriefing everyone basically.
I'm going to die.
No, I find it bad.
Oh.
Okay. So just to clarify, this is the plan you're going with? There's no going backs?
No
This is
going.
what we're doing.
Well, unless I see something with my familiar.
No takesies backsies? I am shocked the plan you went with is the one with the three-way party split.
I mean,
You're just going to the wall, right?
I'm causing a distraction.
Right.
Which is a different thing than just going to a wall.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Familiar overhead. There are 4 pieces of information you can gain while circling overhead.
I'm going to relay this all to them.
Yes, I'm going to have you roll individually for all of them. So first one,
Okay.
investigation check. Sorry, perception check.
Thank God.
Okay.
11.
11. This one is for zombie density. All of the zombies seem to have been moved. Okay, not all of the zombies. All of the zombies from the center of town, for where you're trying to make your trek, seem to have been drawn over to the side, and are all clumped in that one area where the dynamite was. That much has not changed. The problem is the area that you're going to. Apparently, that's far enough away that none of the zombies have really been quite disrupted. So they are very loosely spread out through over that entire quarter of town. There's probably 10 to 30 zombies per block. So it is... There are no huge clumps of them you need to worry about, but there is an even spread that could cause problems. There's a consistent danger across that entire part of town.
once you encounter one, it's going to become a horde.
Wait, is that where you have to go or we have
Where
to
I
go?
They,
have to go.
where
You three
she has to go.
Oh, where she has to go?
Yes.
Okay, well,
The place where you're going is down, like, parade style down the center of the main road.
That I won't say.
What?
That I won't say. I won't tell him about the area I'm going to.
Okay, you guys don't have that information.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
You just tell them that their direction is fairly
Yeah.
clear. Okay.
And by the entrance, is that clear as well?
The entrance is experiencing some activity, but it doesn't seem abnormal. Like, even when you guys first left, there were a couple of stragglers that they were just picking off with those.
Okay.
That is kind of still just happening. Make your next perception check.
Oh, come on. That's going to be so good. 9.
Make your next perception check.
16.
16. Everybody else also make a perception check for this one.
Oh, there's some nearby.
The Stitch Beast appears again.
Holy shit.
I would say, you guys heard multiple screams in the middle of the night. You killed 2.
Yeah.
That is a
Wait, what?
22.
9.
Oh, right. This is your familiar doing the work, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay,
mine.
so you don't have disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah. If it was me, I'd be using this.
Perception?
Yeah, and you had disadvantage.
Yeah. What's
Your stupid plus
3.
8.
3 perception.
19 plus 3.
22? Okay.
25.
25?
9.
9?
22.
22. Okay, so the 3 of you are good. What did you got? 16?
Yeah.
As your bird's flying through the air, you also see 3 wyverns approaching from one side of town. Fly over to
Approaching from...
from the north.
No, from, like, the ocean side, or...
No, the
North,
countryside.
that's countryside.
Yeah, countryside.
Why?
Okay.
Wyverns, yes. The 3 of you, assuming that you don't come out of your trance and do something,
Well, I'll relay the information
Yeah.
to them, because I can still do that.
when they fly overhead, everybody who got above a 20, you can see they are equipped with saddles.
Like other people, like for those, question for those who see them, like, are they being ridden?
You guys don't make out riders at all, just to clarify. You just see that they are equipped to do so.
Carter, could I approach
I'm
them
looking
with my
Except for
familiar?
flying snakes a cuddle. So
You could
maybe
fly
that-
up to one of them probably if you want to divert
Yeah.
time to do that, but it's also going
Just
to...
trying to imagine the shape. That's
We
all.
have time to go if I want to.
Got it. So it's going to have 30 minutes on then.
Okay.
So you can try and catch up to one of them. You fly up. Do you want to do anything with your familiar?
No, I just want to approach, see if they look hostile or not, sort of thing.
You see... Make an Arcana check when you get closer.
With my familiar?
With your familiar.
What?
1.
Unnatural.
There are riders. They are heavily cloaked. Jorn, you have extensive knowledge on the inter-country conflicts between Bassarai and Overian. You can make a history check.
History. That thing Jorn is really good
You
at.
have an advantage, actually, because it's directly related to your past.
Okay.
You know the big one.
So that will make a 11.
11. You can't glean a lot from the top of your head. There are some military garrisons in Iberian that do ride wyverns.
Jordan's gonna be like, kind of now with the knowledge the party probably is like pointed. It's like likely some form of Iberian military group. Can't say who, but
Useful. You've lived in Iberian for a while. You would generally know that off the cusp. You can make a history or insight check. If you like.
I'm just gonna stay on this.
Yeah.
I have no clue what these are.
12.
I mean, I've traveled around, so I might know this, but I rolled very.
I'm not from this
crappily.
world.
Clearly.
Generally, wyvern garrisons are typically more associated as heavy armor garrisons. They're not something you commonly see.
that good or bad? I think it's good. You know, might be helpful. Could be a good luck charm.
Jorn kind of
I
like
hope
is
so.
cautious of himself. I say if we do need them, we should try to signal them, but otherwise, I think we should stick to our plan. We don't even know if they're friendly or
We
not.
should at least try.
But what happens if they're hostile?
Don't signal now if they show up at night.
If they are friendly, I'm sure they wouldn't want to risk picking up infected people in the middle of a zombie-ridden town.
You make a fair point, because quite frankly, this place is a quarantine zone, and
Yeah,
I'm sure that's well known.
Bring them out.
Last perception check.
Last perception check.
21.
20. In the distance, you can make out a forest. In that forest, above that forest, you see a couple pillars of smoke and a couple flashes of green light.
I'll relay that to them.
Okay.
Make an arcana
Familiar
check.
has
to see
advantage
if I
on perception
recognize
checks that
green
rely on
magic.
sight.
You
Never heard of green magic?
what?
Bring that
I'm
up.
genius.
You can make an Arcana check, I guess.
We're in
Yeah,
Isletail, right?
Warlock.
Yes.
Isletail.
So
I'm trying to find my map.
dark magic and stuff might know what kind of magic this is. I believe that's a
With Arcana?
yeah 19.
19?
Sorry, with all my laid out cards.
Your magic is purple. Humboldt's magic is purple. Green magic, the only association you can recall in your history of your time in Karminia has been when you and Jorn were affected by madness and when the sky was torn.
Which, by the way, I still think I have madness,
Yeah, you do.
and I still don't know what it does.
You don't. Because in effect that has triggered the madness has not yet occurred.
Got it.
And also, unrelated nature information. It is broad daylight, yet you can see flashing light.
It's bright.
It's very bright.
Morse code.
Okay.
You see no pattern to the light. Specifically,
Does it look like people are fighting with the light, or?
it is too far away to tell.
Okay.
It is like you see the silhouette of the forest, and sometimes it is less silhouette.
Okay.
And you get color because the color is very vibrant and distinctive.
Jorn's gonna kind of like point out the fact to the party of like that forest. According to the map, that was close to the forest by Mossborough. That's close to where Valkragak was supposed last seen.
You mean the side quest?
The side quest. Well,
That's out of character, but still, the side quest.
That I knew.
well, it's possible that
You would
Valkragak
know
just
that.
became the main quest
Because we
again.
still haven't figured it out.
Okay. Is that it that I see?
That is everything that you can make. Unless there's anything else specific you would like to try and search for.
No.
Okay.
Actually, just a quick. Is
Survey
there an
the
ex-
current area?
No, not really. That we can do with eyes. Is there like a sewer? I keep calling it sewer. Exit right by the gate. Like an exit for them right by the gate, or are they gonna have to walk a bit?
Like, do you mean the place where you came in? Is there another exit besides that?
No, like
Is there a
like
drainage
a
pipe
drainage
through the
exit
gate
there.
on the inside?
This was one continuous city, so there are.
No, I know there's ones on the other side. Like right by the gate on our side. Is there one?
Within about 100 feet of it.
Okay. So they're not gonna have to like walk like 3 blocks for it. Okay. Then I'm done then.
Okay. Do another perception check.
Oh no. You want me to give you a dice tray? I have 2.
No, that's okay.
It wants
Because you don't know what I'm rolling for.
No.
perception
But you
check.
get to see the result, which increases the tension.
You know the fun stuff.
When you check for the wyverns, what does your familiar look like again?
It's a hawk made completely out of mist.
Yeah, that's fairly distinctive. Good to know.
Does it just look like a cloud?
Like, she's not going to bring it back to her location. She's just going to dismiss it.
The people who got above 20 when they perception checked the wyverns, if you follow them as they leave, you see one of them continues on to the rest of Talagon. Two of the other ones peel off, and you seem to be circling back towards somewhere around your location.
Everybody into the house.
So one's
We're
back
already
to
in the house.
So Talagon as in the previous location where we're at.
Sorry, not Talagon. Isletail.
No,
Isletail.
we saw.
They head on to the rest of Isletail.
Like we saw.
There are windows in your house.
windows in the roof.
We need to close the windows now. The wyverns, it seems that they're coming back.
Jorn's going to rush and just kind of try to straightly shut the windows.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
I'm.
Oh, that's your close.
What was it?
7.
7? The count increases!
And then,
Wait, all of you
could
guys
you
are
and
guys are
Eveline,
staying inside.
do you want me to
the house,
do the same for you? Use magic to protect you?
Sure.
Does Eveline want that as well?
See what happens, but I don't want to.
Oh, it's been... If she's gonna get all the way across, she's gonna need... If you have any energy, I greatly appreciate it,
Okay.
but... If I can make it.
You sure? Okay. Okay, that one's not a 7. That's a 19.
One spell of a dream!
This is just getting worse. I'm going to pull
What
myself
did
up.
you roll for that one?
19.
19? Okay. Would you like to know what you're at, or would you like
7.
it to be a surprise? Damn it.
I'm
Keeping track.
keeping track for myself.
Damn it. Okay.
I'd say no, just to be like, what? Just have the suspense of not knowing.
Yeah, but if they keep track, I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it was Mage Armor you cast?
Yeah.
Who is all running to close window?
Jorn is.
Jorn, you?
I'll close a few near you, but keep one cracked so I can peek out.
I got it. All of you make dexterity checks. Sorry, everybody who's closing windows make dexterity checks.
Like stealth or just dexterity?
Where's my bless?
No.
Yeah, just dexterity.
Just dexterity, alright.
Oh, I rolled that 20.
That's cocked.
Oh my god, that was gonna...
I was like between 19 and 1, but...
I think we were taking 19.
6, 7, 8.
You got an 8.
You got an
Were you trying to do it?
Because I'm casting spells on
It's alright if I just borrow someone else's blood dice. This one kind of sucks.
Okay.
He said 19 and I got confused.
Got it. That's all good.
Thanks.
Let's see if I can find it.
Kind of
Full set or
50-50
just
split.
D20?
I'll say
Oh,
the
yeah,
nat
D20, I'm gonna use it.
gives it to
I found the other dice do alright.
I'll roll this with disadvantage.
Thank you. So it's ironic when I punched the professor in the face.
Imagine.
That's true.
I told the door kind of be closed.
Actually,
Sure. That seems like an awful idea.
Do it. Yes.
how are you doing it?
I'm
Okay,
I was gonna say like when we came inside, I would
Make a strength check.
Oh, fuck, I should have mended it earlier for security purposes. Okay. Wait a minute, I have good strength.
I thought we closed the door when we
15.
came in.
15? Okay, yeah. You're able to pull it, but you gotta fight with it a little bit. Like, the hinges are not particularly great.
Look at it.
Especially.
Once they're gone, I'm gonna cast mending on it a few times.
It's fine.
That's a 6.
It's not particularly good. But I need to double check their modifier. Sorry, I jumped through time.
What the heck?
Wyverns circle overhead a couple of times. You sit and wait. They do a lower pass than you typically would expect. You left one cracked in order to keep watch one of the windows, right? You had said?
Just. Okay, I was gonna say I had my head next to it peek out, but then I realized I have a horn vaguely in the way. So maybe I'm peeking like over the top of the window.
Like, oh yeah, so like there's the curtain rod to cover for the shades. And then
Wait, hold on. Wouldn't that not work either? Because your horns would butt up against the roof.
The roof's fragile.
you know what? You're looking out the window.
Like a paracord sticking to the roof.
Not
like
very much. It's fine. You look out the window. You're peeking out the window. We're not gonna think about it too much. A perception. Make a perception check.
That is a 14.
14? Okay. You see a little more detail about the wyverns and the riders when they sweep down. The wyverns have a lot of blue war paint painted across them, and you see one of the riders actually has a banner sitting on top of the horse, sitting on top of the wyvern with him. You see a flag with these on a blue field with these 3 yellow claw marks that have kind of like been painted to like cross diagonally over top the banner.
Friendly, not friendly.
Not friendly.
Oh, right, that's the monster
Friendly?
symbol.
Not friendly, not friendly.
I don't take it back. That's what it looks like.
They would-
No copyright
friendly.
Yeah, like if I were to go out to
Friendly,
talk to them,
friendly.
it'd be fine. If they notice him, we're dead.
But if we were all together per
No, no,
se,
no, no,
not friendly.
I'm also
Yeah.
from Vassarai, but I'm not from.
You're not wearing a
You're not
Vassarai
wearing a
uniform.
military uniform.
Let's clarify something. That side of the table, they just look at, they'd be like, friendly. This side of the table, they'd be like, Vassarai, tiefling, monster.
That is a pretty decent breakdown. I do.
They didn't let me in. So.
Yeah, I don't want to like legally. There's nothing preventing you from coming here,
But
but that doesn't mean they're gonna like you.
Yeah, maybe it's like, oh, it's going to the
And
port.
there's kind of like no law enforcement
So
right
perhaps
here.
we stay out of sight.
Yeah. Maybe have like ropes ready if we're not allowed back into the city to.
well, we can figure something out. As long as the citizens get in.
Well, they let you in.
I don't. Did they notice us?
Well, they can apparently say no if they don't want to let you in the city. So, you know,
No,
maybe have an
they
alternate
let
plan
you
ready.
into the quarantine zone. That doesn't mean they're gonna let you out.
Yes.
So they passed over us, but
And then some circled back. They started circling. They will stay and search the area for about
So
10 to 15
they're
minutes.
circling the area for like 10 minutes.
15.
Our specific area.
we stay quiet.
Are they searching other areas?
No.
Are you capable of that?
So they know we're not here.
Within like
Somehow.
It is a pretty wide radius. Like it is a 5 to 10 block radius, but it is your area specifically.
So they fly up?
Oh.
Look at option.
They fly
It
off.
takes about 15 minutes, but they do fly off.
All right.
Once they're gone, we should get moving because a bunch of wyverns flying around real low.
It's only 3.
But like searching around
Yeah,
here, the
yeah.
information,
And then
maybe
two
we should get
searching.
out of here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like into some sort of hidden area.
So Jorn's going to he's going to wait for everyone to start heading out and is going to ask Ariena to lead everyone to the closest basically drainage channel where we would all pretty much go as a group to temporarily before we split up.
and
Before you guys start making your way.
so just
More wide.
I'm gonna when we get there, I'm just gonna clarify which direction we're taking. Well, you have a map, right?
I don't know. No.
They just know the city.
You just
Yeah.
know the city.
General
So
layout.
I will say, you do know this layout of the city. I will say because it's a criminal background, right?
It's a part of being an urchin.
Okay, yeah. I'll say that will include the drainage system because you are an urchin. However, it's not like you're intimately familiar with the drainage system, so you're still going to make checks. It's just you're going to have advantage. to navigate down.
PhD. in-
PhD in horse.
So
So
I'm pretty
I
sure
was
it's
just trying to think of
I'm
marching.
pretty sure it's the trade certificate.
Sorry.
Yeah, civil engineering. There we are.
I was just trying to think of
You get a
marching
PhD?
order. I was just trying to think of marching order. So like, you kind of know, the layout.
Yeah.
So you'd be head of the group. I'd be bring up the rear to be like 2 fighters per se or combatants on either side, so that the civilians are in a way the most protected.
So thanks for that. So that we're right now heading to the drainage arena. You're leading the way right now to where the closest
it
one
is,
is.
yes.
Yeah.
It's only 100 feet. It's just not
Yeah.
Okay, so we get there. All right. Jorn's going to hand you the piece of
Hand me both of them.
dynamite. I should hold on to one of them in case
You're
something goes wrong.
unstable. If it doesn't work, I can't relight it.
Hmm.
Not easily. Not without risk.
You know what?
Can you yell
And-
very
Jorn?
loudly?
and you don't want to draw them to you.
Fair enough.
Jorn, I'm going to drop something in your hand.
The Alchemist Fire?
One vial of Alchemist Fire.
Where'd you get this?
You can guess.
No honor among thieves, eh?
No, it was when they tied
I'm not
you up
a
on
thief.
the ship.
You are
yeah.
and it can be handy for me as well. So
Fair enough.
If the dynamite's not used, you'll get it back. I don't want this stuff.
Or I can or what we can do is I hand you one. I give you an alchemist fire. If it doesn't go off,
Right.
throw a vial of alchemist fire will work.
The goal is to draw, like, more than what I can see, more than what can see me. The goal is the sound.
Yes, you throw alchemist fire at the dynamite. If it doesn't go off,
it would work.
And you have alchemist fire.
You know
blown
what? Sure.
all right. Jorn hands you an alchemist fire and one stick of dynamite. Jorn is the backup if this doesn't.
to it.
An alchemist
Oh,
fire
right.
explosion that burns down the entire town.
So you have an alchemist fire and a stick of dynamite. Jorn is the backup of, hey, we don't hear an explosion from you. Jorn deviates off and makes his own, or the group deviates off. Like,
Yes. You must protect the dynamite.
I don't know how to spell Alchemist Fire or dynamite, so...
righty. So this is what do you got? Jorn's going to is going to start helping like the civilians into the channel as they all go in,
Okay, yeah.
and I imagine.
I'm assuming you go down there first.
Yeah.
You
I'll
first.
look. I'll look
civilians.
first and then see if it's good. Going.
Okay, yeah. You pop down there, make a perception check. Stupid dark vision.
Half of them are just full health.
Half health. 0.5 L.
You want a light spell?
0.5 health.
And maybe the civilians would appreciate that.
You get down there. You look both ways.
No cars.
You don't see anything.
No,
You have a
You see tunnel. There is no water in the drain.
It's almost
Do you
like
have a
they blocked
torch
it
or
off.
candle?
You do have torches.
In
If
my
you want.
Solaris pack.
A light spell.
I-
50 for an hour for like no cost.
I have prestidigitation, which can immediately.
I will
light
say it is
torch-
downhill
light
going
torch stuff
towards
That's
the,
not
ci-
on ground.
the city, so it could.
Yeah, but
Well, they would have blocked off the entirety of
channel,
it.
yeah.
the channel.
Because that's
It's
blood
not a
split.
cave where the gravity would cloud.
Yeah.
Going to go up.
But you seal the entire place.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
you
Jorn
do have
might
that.
fare better than.
And I also have light and secret flame.
Because you're not going to be in here for just an hour. So.
I mean, they were both part of my Warlock thing, but that doesn't matter.
So I'm just gonna.
sick to come down.
Okay, sorry.
Right, so you're now behind them and you're like with them, so you're moving with civilians. That's when Jorn's going to pretty much put like the grate back over it again. Jorn's going to wish, like, look at Ariena and is like, well, good luck out there.
Thanks.
And is going to wave to the professor and Tallow to then we're going to start picking and just basically following the grates in the ground. Like,
Punch
Bye,
me,
my
throw back.
friends.
It's nice to meet you too.
Tips the horn.
Maybe.
Oh god, no. It's not have a neck beard.
well, you're a minotaur, right? So you're just kind of all hair.
I imagine really.
No, completely furred. but,
Okay.
I imagine slightly longer fur as hair, and then maybe down the back a little bit. I don't know.
Different
That makes sense.
Out of
Or
curiosity, the distance between me and Vengeance at the moment. What did it see?
15 people.
15
everyone.
Are you at the front? You're at the back?
Yes.
Yep.
15 people.
Where's Eveline going? Is she going with them or with...
Eveline will be at the back because. Actually, no. She'll probably just stick herself right in the middle just in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
So that way she's just
selfish.
Well,
Yeah.
no, then it's well rounded.
I was gonna cast aid on those two and myself.
You can. You run off in the distance in order to get set up. Before I do anything with the 5 of you, I'm actually going to do your bit first. Because your bit is going to greatly affect how their bit goes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Ariena. Make a stealth check.
Where's guidance?